looking to develop your personal, your public speaking voice, if you're here if you're looking to be a more confident speaker, and you're here if you're just looking to test out your tech skills with this new Zoom virtual meeting space. We have a few ground rules. We ask that if you are not speaking, that you please mute your mic. Again, we ask that if you're not speaking, that you please mute your mic. If you have to move around, we ask that you please cut off your cameras. Again, if you have to move around, we ask that you please cut off your cameras to avoid any distractions. It is now that time to get this meeting started. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome our president, Mr. Robert Tyree. You're on mute, Prez.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. My name is Robert Tyree, and I'm the current president of MSU Toastmasters Club number 979-269. I'm super ecstatic about today's event. I know it's President's Day, so this is a day where we honor all our presidents from our prior years. So if you see the poll right now that's popping on the screen, first we want to just say welcome to Toastmasters, and we really want to know how is your day coming along. So if you can please, if you have not already, either choose fantastic, great, good, or okay. And we're going to move forward. All right. So you guys get the opportunity to also see Mr. Tyree speak as the Toastmaster of the evening. So we do have a theme for today. And today's theme is, who will you honor today? Who will you honor today? So as you guys are just, before you guys do your roles, I would like you guys just to think about what is one person that you would love to honor. So today I'm going to honor my amazing team at MSU Toastmasters, the whole officer team. So we have Shauna, we have Crystal, Natasha, Olio, and so I make sure I'm not missing anyone else. Crystal York as well. And I also want to honor some of our previous past presidents, Miss Eva Colbert. She's done an amazing job. Sarisa Pleasant, who's on as well, who's an amazing mentor. Just want to check to see if anyone else is on that we can honor. And for you, I honor you guys for showing up on President's Day. I know a lot of us have the day off, but you decided to come. Here are our dynamic speakers. So we do have two individuals that will be speaking. We have an amazing tabletop as well. So I'm going to move along and I'm going to introduce some of the individuals that will be helping me make sure that the meeting's on time and also make sure the meeting is flowing smoothly. So give me a second so I'm going to call up the first person that's going to help me move the meeting along, and that will be our counter and grammarian, Miss Natasha Brown. Natasha, will you come through and tell us what is your role and what you'll be doing today?
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Please forgive my camera for not being on for this moment. I am your counter grammarian for this evening. I will be checking for our filler words, our our ahs, our so's, you knows, anything that you say as you are trying to think. So we can just encourage ourselves to pause, wait until we know what we want to say next, and then begin. I will also be looking for subject-verb agreements. So she was, they were, and that's all for this evening. I will be doing that for prepared speeches as well as table topics and really anyone that speaks. Enjoy the meeting. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Natasha. I'm also going to introduce our timer, and our timer this evening is Mr. Tyree. So today I'll be your timer. I have the opportunity to be timing the speeches. So the speeches that will be given today will be between 5 to 7 minutes. So at the 5-minute mark, you'll see the background that looks just like this. It'll be a green background. At the 6-minute mark, you'll see a yellow background. And at the 7-minute mark, you'll see a red background. And this individuals that are speaking will have 30 more seconds until we give the clap down. Also, for the individuals that are doing table topics, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes. We're asking you to speak until you see the green light. So at the 1-minute mark, you'll see a green background. At the 1.5-minute mark, you'll see a yellow background. And at the 2-minute mark, you'll see a red background. And you'll have about 30 seconds left to make sure you finish your speech in that time. So please make sure that you're pinning me as the timer before you speak. All right. And now I'm going to pass it back to the Toastmaster of the evening, Mr. Robert Tyree. Good evening once again, y'all. Good to have you guys. We're going to dive right into our speeches of this evening. So I'm excited. We have our former president, Ms. Eva Colbert, who will be bringing forth an amazing speech. And also we have Trivia, who has advanced to districts, an opportunity to actually prepare once again for her chance to go all the way to international. So we're excited for today. So give me a second. I'll go ahead and introduce our first speaker, which will be Ms. Eva Colbert. All right, Ms. Eva Colbert. She's our previous president, and she's also first lady at her church as well. We call her Miss Madam Red Bottoms. She is actually in the path of engaging humor, and she's on level 4 of pathways. And her category is the power of humor. So she's going to be doing an impromptu speech, and the title of her speech is Lessons Learned. Lessons Learned. So if you guys can give a silent, or you can come off mute, round of applause for Miss Eva as she comes to prepare her speech. Lessons Learned. Miss Eva Colbert.
I need to pin my timer, right? Got it. Delayed, but not denied. Question: how many of you have ever planned a quick getaway trip? Everything paid for to just get out of Dodge for a while, just by show of hands. Good evening, Toastmasters, featured Toastmasters, guests, and friends. True story. December the 16th through the 18th, week before Christmas, I planned a quick getaway for me and my husband to just get out of town. We're from the old school. We flew up to Detroit, Michigan to see the Isley Brothers and Gladys Knight. Flight on time, went to BWI, got the rental car, went on to the hotel, checked in, went back out, grabbed dinner. The show was not until Friday. We left on a Thursday. Everything was going well. Got up Friday, slept in late, went to lunch. We always try to find a mall when we go out. Had lunch at the mall, came back, got dressed, had dinner, went to the show. If you ever get a chance to go to Detroit, the Fox Theater is gorgeous. The architect of it was awesome. We're sitting there in awe. Beautiful. But before we went to the show, we're coming back from the mall, and my husband says, let's do a dry run to make sure we know where we're going. No problem. Little did he know, most of the time when we travel, I travel close to the location where I'm going. We were only 3 miles away. We saw the Fox Theater. He happened to look to the right, only to see Caesar's Arena, Little Caesar's Arena. I looked over, he said, I'll be back. And I'm in the car because I'm going through something, paperwork with the rental car, and I'm on the phone. I said, okay. He took a little while long, and I said, So he calls and said, what time does our flight leave tomorrow? We're coming back Saturday. I say about 3:18 to be exact. Oh, well, I'm going to pick up tickets for the basketball game. I said, basketball game? I said, well, we won't be able to watch the whole game because we have to leave at least by halftime. So go ahead. And he did. He got the tickets. And we went on to the show. It was awesome. Gladys Knight knocked us off. If you was my Facebook friend, I posted her singing. That's how close we were up. It's awesome. She still has it. We went on to the basketball game. Said, okay, it's 1:00. We should be leaving now to get to the airport, take the rental car back. How many times have you used your phone GPS? I used it the whole time. I put in the address to the car rental place because I have the papers in my hand. It told me we were 4 hours away. 4 hours away from the airport? I told my husband, I said, give me your phone. My phone is acting crazy. It tells me the same thing with his. Most of our phones have something where you can just speak in Detroit Airport. We were already on the highway, mind you, making our way back. It said 15 miles out. I said, okay, we're going the right way. When I travel, I look at landmarks. So that way, I'm like, okay, we stopped at McDonald's when we got to rent a car. There's the road, there's the place because it's nothing but rental cars. Got to the airport, checked in, checked the luggage, got our boarding passes, went on to the gate, sitting there about an hour waiting. Looked around, saw the pilot come in, saw the co-pilot come in, 2 attendees. Looking around, people start getting up a little antsy. It's like, what's going on? Flight canceled. Little did I know, I don't know about you, I've never flown and had a flight canceled. I didn't know that they could not fly without a full crew. They needed 3 attendants, co-pilot and pilot. I said, ooh, flight canceled. Okay, we got to get a hotel and we got to get rebooked or refund. I don't want a refund. I got to get back home. The next day we get back there that Sunday, flight canceled again. I said, ooh. My husband said, we're not going to stay here. We're going to rent a car. I was like, that's 8 hours. 8 hours? I said, please, it's only 2 people in front of me. I said, Miss, can you please put us on another airline? Not this one, and I'm not going to mention the names because we're live. 5 or 10 minutes later, she said, check your email, Miss Colby. Put us on another airline. We had to wait about 5 hours, but I didn't care because we had to get back home to Baltimore. Lesson learned in that. Learn to pack your patience. That's what I was telling the people in the line. They was cussing and fussing. I said, ooh, you gotta learn how to pack your patience, baby. We in COVID. Ain't no need of me fussing and cussing because if I had to go to work in COVID and I'm sick, I can't go. Pack your patience and always have a plan B. And after you have your plan B and you pack your patience, I said, like Dorothy, there's no place like home. And I turned around in the wheelchair and went on back to Baltimore. Thank you so much. Pack your patience. Lesson learned. Mr. Robert.
Thank you, Ms. Eva, for that amazing speech. You always do an amazing job. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let the evaluator give their feedback. So, but once again, thank you so much, Ms. Eva, for your speech. Next, we have Trivia Payne. And Trivia, is actually speaking from the Dynamic Leadership Path Level 2. The project title is Mentoring and Coaching, and her speech will be between 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of her speech of this project is to make sure that the member is clearly defining how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. A short introduction. Trivia is a child of God first. As a mother, a wife, a businesswoman, and a student, she is passionate about changing the dynamic of our social mentality. She lives in a meaningful life that helps to shape the community and future leaders. As a new CEO of Trivia Inspirational Radio, Trivia is learning how to be the most effective leader who not only cares about the importance of being a mentor or a coach, but cares about the importance of being mentored as well. In the beginning, a project that has shaped me into a woman that I am. Trivia, Payne.
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. This is a topic that is very passionate to me because there's no way in the world that any of us can make it through different levels of life without a mentor. Raise your hand and just let me know if you've ever encountered having a mentor. Okay, now raise your hand if you've ever been menteed. You are a protege of someone. That's me. I see Mr. Tyree has his hand up. I see Miss Eva has her hand up. But I am a protege more than I am a mentor. Because a mentor is someone who walks you through different stages of your life. A mentor is not one that's going to pat you on your back and let you know that everything is going to be okay and tell you how to get from point A to point B. A mentor is going to walk every last step with you and tell you, pick up that piece of paper. It might be a ticket to your next level of expansion. Or your mentor may say, you're not speaking well. You're not looking at your audience. And as a protege, it's my job to take that advice and to look at my audience from now on. If I didn't look at my audience, I wouldn't have known that Mr. Tyree had his hand up. I wouldn't have known Miss Eva had her hand up. And also, I wouldn't have even known to look around my surface. Because when I look around my surface, that's not because it's something that I want to do. It's something that was programmed in me from my mentor. One thing that I learned as a mentor, a mentee, is that there's going to be times where I don't want to listen. I don't want to do things their way. I want to do things my way. So I'm going to talk to you about 3 things today. First, I'm going to talk to you about having a mentor versus a coach, as I started to allude to it at the beginning. Then I'm going to talk to you about an experience that I had being a protege. And I want you to pay attention because one of my mentees is here today. And if it had not been for my mentor, then I wouldn't be going in the direction that I'm going. So put your thinking caps on because you might find a mentor in Toastmasters that's going to lead you to places that you never thought you would go. And thirdly, I'm going to talk to you about discovering yourself and how you can be a mentor to others, but not only be a mentor to others, but to receive mentorship, to become a protege, to live that life of that person that you desire, that you say, hey, I see everything you're doing. I want to do what you're doing. I want to walk that step that you're walking. And I don't know if you know like me, or you feel like I do sometimes, but when I think about mentorship and being a protege, a lot of people feel like, oh, you're just copying. You just want to be like this person. You don't have your own identity. But I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with modeling someone who's doing the work that you're doing. So mentoring and coaching are things that we do naturally. We don't even realize sometimes that we're mentoring people. We don't realize that we're coaching people. But the distinction between being a mentor and a coach is actually being intensive and also being as our word of the day says, invincible, knowing that you're going to guide people in the direction that they're supposed to be in and not miss the calling that they have on their life. The difference between being a mentor and a coach is a mentor cares more about your well-being. Not to say that a coach doesn't, but they're not invested in anything. They're not invested in the works that you do. They're not invested in the end results. As a protege, now we're going to skirt all the way around, because as a protege, you are willing to say, I'm going to take the chastisement. I'm going to take the challenge. I'm going to be led in your direction. Now, this person that I've gleaned from and I've decided to let them be my mentor without even asking them to be my mentor, saw something in me over the last 2 years that I did not really see for myself. I knew I wanted to do things. I wanted to be like Miss Eva. I wanted to bring home the hardware, but I was too afraid to do it. I didn't think that I was worthy. I wanted to get up and give speeches like there was nothing to it. But again, I was too afraid because I saw the dynamic speakers. I saw Miss Eva not mess up on words. I saw Olio come with all of that. And I was like, I don't have that. I can't bring it. But what I learned from my mentor is that I have something that a lot of people don't. I have real life stories. When I decided I wanted to give up on Toastmasters and not be a leader, my mentor said, wait a minute, you're having a conversation about not doing this, but how about you do that? And the first instinct, I said, you know what? That's what I've always wanted to do. See, a mentor sees things in you that you don't even see in yourself. A mentor will walk you and say, you know what? You need to be in this competition. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Robert. Because had they not given me that push, and not only given me that push, but walked along the way with me, I would have still been sitting in the background saying, okay, I'm just the secretary today. I'm just going to come and show up for the meeting. But it helped me to build confidence that I'm able to give to someone else. I'm not just standing here telling you, oh, you need to find a mentor. You need to find a mentor. No, I'm telling you, ask God to give you a mentor and be available to whatever they have to give you, because it's something in them that's going to lead you from your pain to your purpose. And for me, leading me from my pain to my purpose is allowing me to get out and tell my story. And the third thing is, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to step out and get out of yourself. You might be afraid. You might feel like you're not capable. You might feel like you've tried all that you can do. But guess what? When you open up yourself and ask someone to come alongside of you, I made the mistake of saying, I need an accountability partner. No, I didn't. I needed a mentor. I needed people who were going to walk alongside of me and help me to overcome my fears. I needed those who were going to walk alongside of me and tell me, you're not doing this right. I challenge you to search for that person. I challenge you to ask for that person to come and walk alongside of you. Thank you, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests.
Trivia, that was amazing. Made me want to cry and smile at the same time. So both of you guys did a great job with your speeches. If you guys enjoyed those speeches, give them a round of applause, please. Show with your hands. You use your virtual hands. You can type in the chat right now. I see some gotta have it. Yes, you gotta have a mentor. Gotta have a mentor. Show them some love, y'all. Show them some love. So if you enjoyed those speeches, right? Well, guess what? It's your time to be involved in the table topics. So I'm going to give it to our table topic master. And our table topic master this evening is Miss Shauna Step Jones. Shauna, will you come forth and bring us the table topics?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, Mr. President, and Mr. Timer. This is our Table Topics Hour. I am your Table Topics Master, Ms. Shauna Step Jones. And this is the part of our meeting where we encourage all of our guests and our members to volunteer to practice your impromptu speaking. I will give you all a prompt and you will have 2 minutes to speak to the prompt. We ask that you at least speak for 1 minute. I need 3 guests, 3 volunteers. And you can either raise your hand or enter your name in the chat. Just 3. And this is definitely the time that we want our guests to let us hear your voices. This is time to practice. You have an audience, an engaged audience. So I gotta start picking on people, huh? What's the topics? The topics are random topics. Oh, they like, well, what's the topic? They're all different. They're topics that's going to cause you to just think a little bit, share some of your life experiences and your wisdom, and shine.
Hey, Shauna, I got an idea. I would love to demonstrate how to properly do a table topic. And then maybe that will give the other friends opportunity to kind of join in. Is that okay, Shauna?
Sure. So, we have a guest.
Oh, okay.
And Janice. We just need 2 more.
I think we have a person in
the chat.
Oh,
this is for guests only. This is not for guests only. This is for everyone. Michelle, Sarah, okay. Tracy. All right. We got 4. Okay. So thank you for volunteering. And Janice. Mr. President, you still want a demo?
Marquise as well. Do you have 4? Because Marquise said he would like to as well.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Okay.
I can still, Shauna, if you would like me to.
I think you've been fulfilling a lot of roles tonight. If you would like to, you can. But I'm gonna go ahead. We'll do you at the end if there's time left. Cool.
Okay.
All right, and Janice. So you have 2 minutes to speak. You're gonna pin the timer, Mr. Tyree. We want you to at least try to speak for 1 minute. And your prompt is, where do you find inspiration? Again, your prompt is, where do you find inspiration?
Hello. Future Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and fellow Toastmasters. My name is Anjanice Burton, and I'll be speaking on what is my inspiration, or where do I find inspiration? So I find inspiration all around me in my day-to-day life. I find inspiration in being a mother. I find inspiration in different people. I find inspiration in just networking. I find inspiration in social media. The main thing that I look for when I am inspired is my values. Does this match my values? Does this go against or for what I stand for? Does this support and help people? Does this degrade? Is this inhumane? And I try to live my life through my values. I challenge everything through my values, and I try to inspire others to do the same. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Great job. Thank you for volunteering. Yes, let's show her some love. Next, we have Michelle. Are you ready, Michelle? Michelle?
I think she lost connection.
Okay. All right. Sarah, Lynette, you're up next. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Your prompt is, if we learn from our mistakes, Why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? Again, if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake?
Good evening, Toastmasters. That's a good topic for me. You picked a good one. Okay, so the reason why we're always afraid to make mistakes, even though we learn from our mistakes, is because we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be judged by our flaws. We don't want to be judged by our inconsistency. Anything that we do that is not considered great, and we judge ourselves most of all. We judge ourselves on every little thing. It might be something that you, as someone looking in at me, might not see. You might say I'm great, but to me, every little thing is a flaw because I'm judging myself too harshly. And so it's hard for me. I learn from my mistakes, but I still make those mistakes and I judge really hard. I judge me really hard. So that's one of the things that I'm really trying to work on, is not judging me, knowing that I am human, I am enough. And that's why I'm here at Toastmasters, because I know that I'm enough. Well, I'm trying to know. That's it. Thank you.
Great job. Awesome, Sarah. Thank you for volunteering. Next, we have, I believe we have Tracy. Are you ready, Tracy? All right. What things in life should always be free? Again, what things in life should always be free?
Well, I can tell you from personal experience, fellow Toastmasters, I guess that love should be free. You should never have to go into your pocket to pay for love. Now, I'm not talking about physical love. Oh my gosh. What I'm talking about is love that makes your heart melt. I'm talking about when you get up in the morning and your heart is pounding and booming and zooming. You shouldn't have to pay for that. And I'm not talking about with money. I'm talking about with sacrifice. I'm talking about with begging and things like that. I am a 50-year-old man. I know I look real young. I know I look real handsome. Thank you for the compliments in chat. But I will tell you this. I have never paid for love, nor do I expect to ever pay for love, because the best things in life are free, like Luther and Janet said years ago. So you shouldn't have to pay for the best thing, which is love. I believe a lot of us in this individual world we live in are all about ourselves, and we don't want to be it's all love, like our wonderful person on the line here with the name It's All Love. We want to be selfish. We want to do everything to make because it's about me. So instead of it being about me, let's be invincible together and give love freely to the people that you love, to your classmates, to your incredible girlfriend or wife or both. Hey, listen, I'm not judging nobody. All I'm saying is love should not have a cost. So when you go to the club next time, go ahead and just be nice to the young man when he walks up. If I walk up and you're like, oh no, I'm not interested. Okay, you could have bought me a drink. We could have had a little chill time. I could have gone home. It wouldn't cost me anything. It might cost you $10 for a drink, but you would have had a friend for life. So with that being said, fellow Toastmasters, the best thing in life you can have is love, but I do believe wholeheartedly that it should be free. So who wants to take me out on a free date? Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and I got you. Madam Table Topics Master.
Yes, you better shoot your shot. Awesome job, Tracy. Awesome. Thank you for bringing that heat and fire. All right, Michelle. Are you ready?
What was my topic? Do I know what the topic is? Give him some free love, please.
It's actually about advice and mentorship. So it's what we're talking about tonight. Our first speech spoke upon that. You ready? You got this.
Advice and mentorship.
No, I'm about to give you the prompt. I was just trying to to give you a hint so you can start thinking so you can be right.
Okay. Is that what the topic is?
No, I'm about to tell you right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
You ready? Mm-hmm. All right. Where or who do you turn to when you need good advice? Where or who do you turn to when you need good advice?
And where, who do I turn to when I need good advice? One of the good things about my life right now is that I have an accountability partner. And so her and I meet at least once a day. We talk on the phone and we hold each other accountable for our goals, for our truth, for what we say we want to accomplish. And so for advice, that's who I would go to, because she knows what my truth is. She knows what I hold dear to my heart. And she knows when I'm in alignment with that and when I'm not in alignment with that. And she will give me the truth. And I say we like to get in the ring and we duke it out, but then we come out on one accord. And that's what I love about her, because she's going to give me the real. She's not going to let me be in my comfort zone. She's not going to let me make excuses. She's going to say, well, she's going to listen first. She's going to let me get it all out. And then
Michelle, you faded out. We couldn't hear the end.
I phased out. Oh, man. What part did you hear last?
That she gonna keep it real with you. Tell you the truth.
So she gonna keep it real with me. She gonna tell me the truth. She gonna tell me when I'm making excuses, when I might be, overthinking. So she gets me to reflect. It's like a mirror. She gets that mirror and puts that mirror in front of me, and I'm able to reflect. And she's able to assist me through that process. I'm not sure if you heard me when I said that she'll listen first, and then, she'll give me some feedback. And that's what I like, because it's real, it's authentic, it's raw, and it helps me to look at myself and hold myself accountable. And even when I'm not able to do that, she can ask me questions to get me to go where I need to go. And I love that about her. We put the gloves on, we get in the ring, we duke it out, but we come out on one accord, we come out together, we come out in love. And that's where I go for advice.
All right.
And my sister too, because she'll give it to me raw too. She'll give it to me raw.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks to your accountability partner and your sister. Thank you for volunteering. All right. Last we have Marquise. Marquise, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Marquise. So your prompt is, what could society do without? Again, we have a little bit of feedback. I'm not sure if that's you or someone else, but your prompt is, what could society do without?
That's a good question. What could society do without? Society, I'm going to piggyback off of my Love is Free guy. And I would say that society could do without hate. But then again, hey, get your mic. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you.
Yes,
sir.
hear you.
Okay. My apologies. Society could do without hate. The reason I say that is because
Yeah, we can't hear you now.
Oh, you muted.
I don't know why I keep muting and unmuting. I said the reason why I say hate is because I think about the children that we bring into this world. Every day, I would like for my children to attend a place or an environment where they are connected to love, uplifting, positivity, and a nurturing atmosphere. If not, then I'm not doing good at this right now. That's all. Help me.
You did awesome.
Just let it
That's it.
flow.
You spoke for 1 minute, so you definitely met the requirement. You did awesome.
Appreciate
Thank you. Awesome. All right. It sounds Elise, we have one more volunteer, Elise.
Good evening. I don't know if I want to volunteer anymore. I've been getting in trouble. I be having conversations with people and they really be like, I didn't get a chance to talk. So I'm gonna be trying to be careful of my time. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
See my time up already. Okay.
I know I gotta give you the prompt. Let me give you the prompt first.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
No, but go ahead.
Okay, you got this. What is the number one quality that makes someone a good leader? What is the number one quality that makes someone a good leader and why?
This is a joke. This is God for real. Okay, so good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I wholeheartedly believe that a really good leader could not be able to lead without being able to be organized. And a lot of times people will state that they lack discipline, that they're just not strong in this area of being able to maybe make the habit of reaching goals. But in a lot of cases, the biggest thing is being able to be organized. Sometimes being organized means putting things on your calendar. I personally, on a regular basis, have to set alarms for my Google because I have to make sure I eat and I'm actually taking breaks from studying, or else I will overwhelm myself and I can't be a good leader for my children if they see me overwhelmed and stressed, while I'm also trying to get them to understand that I am the one who's going to lead us in the direction of our greatness as I help them in their goals. If I'm not organized and I'm not able to keep my things on track, then they're going to definitely see that and they're going to actually pick up those same behaviors. They're going to take me for a joke for sure. And it's not likely that they're going to have a lot of respect for me and their desire to be able to follow my direction to help them meet their goals and be able to be successful. So I am going to close out with that. And I hope that everybody here has some sort of ability to lead somebody who is younger in their life, whether it's the kid next door or your brother or a younger sibling of some kind, because it is leadership is very, very important. And it doesn't matter how small of a seed it is that you actually plant to try and lead somebody in the right direction. The point is to plant the seed. And with that, I appreciate you guys for listening.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And so true. Organization is a very necessary quality in leadership. So we appreciate you sharing that with us, Elise. That concludes our table topics. I'm going to pass this on back over to our Toastmaster, Mr. Robert Tyree. You're muted.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, distinguished guests. I am going to actually be calling forth our general evaluator, and they'll be introducing the evaluators for our meeting. So Our general evaluator for this evening is Miss Crystal York. Crystal, come forth.
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I have the pleasure of being your general evaluator for this evening, and we had two speeches, Miss Eva Colbert and Miss Trivia Payne, and I'm going to call for the evaluators to come forth and first evaluate Miss Eva Colbert. So I believe that is Miss Angela Hamlin that will be evaluating Miss Eva. So Angela, if you can come off. There you go. Hey girl, I see you. Them curls are popping too. Okay, I'm gone, y'all. I'll be back in a minute.
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I had the pleasure of being able to evaluate Miss Eva Colbert's speech, which was really, really done excellently well. Just from the top, when I think about the power of a storyteller, stories can be used to take a person on a journey within themselves to places where they can go or places where they can never go by themselves. And you did just that at the very beginning with your speech title, Delayed but Not Denied. I was intrigued right at the beginning because I was ready to listen what actually took place to make you think that because something was delayed that you would be denied. And you brought it. You brought it on. Your voice variation was on point. That power of the pause, I love so much how you do that. And you did not disappoint. So continue to do that. Again, it was a captivating how you described each part of the journey in the airport. And I thank you for being real clear on your mission for your speech. So you gave us some humor, you laughed, you chuckled, you even gave us description of your phone, using your phone as how you made the call. And so that was excellent, excellent. So the topic you chose was interesting because you know of COVID, many people haven't traveled. And so now you're giving us an opportunity to say, yeah, maybe it's time for us to begin to travel again. What I would have liked for you to have done a little bit was to maybe stand up. Deliver your speech standing up. Possibly also you can giving us a picture, or you had a poster of that trip, or maybe you could said, hey, this at the end, how we was not denied. We had a great trip. You talked about the concert, so that was awesome. So that was one thing I would like for you to have done, just a little bit more standing up, giving us a different kind of body language. And then I love the fact that you gave us a call to action. You said you gave us a strategy, a winning strategy about taking a trip. You said, pack your patience. That was a phenomenal nugget, not only for traveling, but just in life in general, to pack your patience. After listening to your speech, it reminded me that my current situation is not my final destination. And so I want you to continue to keep on speaking. You going from good to grand to now invincible. You make it so hard for us to kind of catch up with you. But again, as someone said tonight, you are our mentor. We thank you for being who you are and the leadership that you take. Now, some things are taught and some things are caught. After this speech, I think we learned some things and we caught some things. So thank you for speaking and continue on. Thank you for the time, for the ability to evaluate. I look forward to more of your speeches. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Miss Angela. I had intended on standing tonight, but I had a crazy day. But I had all intentions of standing up tonight, but forgive me on that. Charge it to the head, not to the heart. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Miss Angela, for your evaluation of Miss Eva. And so now we are going to have the evaluation for Miss Trivia Payne. And we're going to have our very own President Robert Tyree, who will give the evaluation for trivia. So if you two can come off the camera while I see Robert. Oh,
Hey,
hello.
you
How
see
are
me?
you?
Oh,
Well,
Trivia good.
I don't see you, but I see Natasha, and she has on our very own MSU Toastmasters Club t-shirt. And so if anyone is interested in getting a t-shirt, please reach out. Yes, it's a bear and a microphone. Shameless plug. But anyway, Natasha appears to be evaluating trivia. Yay? No? Okay. All right. Well,
It looks like, listen, oh my goodness, Trivia, you have people that are dying to evaluate you, sis. Okay. That's because we are speaking to the club and area international speech winner. Okay. In the house. Let's go ahead and show us some love. And I also, wait a minute. Did you just show the?
All right now. Show that up.
Show it to us.
Up there.
Show it to us. Take the background off so we can see it for real.
Oh, hold on. I need to see it again. Come
Take
on.
the background off so we can see it for real.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's first place. What's first place look like? So anyone, you all should be getting them in the mail. Plug. That is not what I'm talking about right now. I am the good evening Toastmasters, featured Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I have the privilege of evaluating Mrs. Trivia Payne this evening, and it truly is an honor. It's an honor because I have seen a transition, you know, from the first time that you've come, and then you set this goal and you have been working towards it, and I see it paying off. The speech was wonderful. You're an amazing storyteller. When you talk, it's just a conversational flow. Your words had impact. You were speaking clear. You were speaking concise. You were enunciating your words. You had this pace where we could understand you as you went throughout your speech. So I was just like, okay, sis, you about to make me work for this role today. So the area I would have you to grow in is your hand gestures. Okay. You were doing this a lot so that it really confused. It could have confused the audience between what is an intentional hand gesture that is going to emphasize your words, or whether it's just helping you with your pacing, just helping you, you know, with the flow of speaking. But you had some great opportunities to use those hand gestures. When you were talking about me, you did that. And I was like, I hope they caught it. One thing you could have done to stretch that, you were saying, look at. So your hand gestures, you could have been looking, you know, at that time. That was a stretch. Because like I said, you're already amazing with the gestures. One other stretch goal I'm going to have, I'm going to say is, you stand up already, but when you stand up, it still looks like the vantage point is still like you're sitting. So we could make, you know, practice so that when you're standing up, we can see you full body, so we can see those hand gestures full out, and to illuminate your speech with your attire and your props, your home. You have a wonderful opportunity to grab some things and to bring us into your speech with the things that you bring into the speech. So those are the things that I'm saying, because you're trying to take it higher. You're going to TEDx. You're not trying, you're taking it higher. You're going to international, you're going to TEDx. So now those are the things that I suggest. And I'm excited to continue to hear you speak. March 27th, we'll send the details later. Thank you for the opportunity to evaluate you. And back to our general evaluator, Ms. Crystal York. I'm sorry, Trivia, did you want to say something? Because I just like cut it
Oh,
off.
I was just saying thank you. And that's why I declare you as a mentor, because that productive advice is something that I'm definitely going to use moving forward.
Thank you, Natasha, and thank you, Trivia. And so next, we are going to bring up our timer and our R counter and grammarian, and then they will come in that order, and then you'll see me again.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Today, I was your timer, and I'm going to give you the time for your speeches. Are you ready? I agree, Shauna. I agree. Miss Eva, you came in around 7:20. Let's say 7:20 with your speech. Trivia, your time was 7:12. Sunshine for table topics, you came in at 103. Sarah, 109. Elise, 249. Tracy, 222. Michelle, 240. And Marquise, around 3 minutes, give or take. So evaluations. Angela, like 3.4. Angela, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was so actually I'm gonna hold it to the very end. Angela, your evaluation was on fire. I lost track of my whole life. I ain't gonna lie to you. Natasha, though, you had 3 minutes and 12 seconds. So guys did a great job on the time. I see that we have a lot of new individuals that love to speak. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. And I'm going to pass it back to, actually, I'm going to pass it to Natasha because she's an icon of grammarian. Natasha.
And Zoom Master. Okay, I am back. All counter grammarian in the house. Make some noise. Clearly, I think I'm DJ all counter grammarian, right? Okay, so as I was going through, that was a filler word that I should not use. That was a transition. I did not need that. All I could have done was just go straight into my report like this. I went through the meeting as people were speaking and did my all counter grammarian report. Miss Eva, well, yes, I told Miss Eva. Miss Eva, you are amazing with your speech. Your perfection with that pause makes it very difficult for me to find something. So I was listening really closely. And I got two things. The architect was awesome when you were talking about the architecture, and the space where you and your husband visited. So that was it as far as the grammar. And chew instead of you. I love that you said pack your patience. And my report may sound like an evaluation because I forgot I wasn't evaluating everyone. Trivia. You said to instead of to. And you were using filler words doing transitions as well, kind of what I just said about myself. You said, for example, so mentoring is when, but we don't have to say that so. We can just go straight into our sentence by saying mentoring is when. Shauna, your pacing was awesome, clear, concise with your speaking and enunciation. Awesome. For Sunshine, I noticed your great pacing as well, and your tone throughout your speech was amazing. Sarah, is it Sarah or Sarah? Let me know. Sarah, you use repetition in a fluid way. I loved your voice variations. So for example, what I mean is her repetition, it wasn't like, she didn't use it as a filler. It was more like a poetic type of transition. So I love that you had that speech mechanic.
Sarah.
Thank you. Tracy, I love your intentional hand gestures and body movement in general. You said getting up. When you said getting up, you got up off your chair and actually got up. You know, your speech enhancements when you break out into songs, amazing. Your props. How did you know we were going to be talking about money? And you just had money just sitting right there, ready to, you know, illuminate your speech. That was awesome. And then you even got into a preacher voice when you said love should not have a cost. Thought you brought a little Martin Luther King in there with it. So I loved all of those speech mechanics. Michelle, you were very conversational. It's like a storyteller. When I hear you all speak, I kind of see like what kind of speaker you are. So I saw that in you, very conversational. You said, and so that's who I go to for advice. That's like us using those filler words for transition. We could just say, that's who I go to for advice. Marquise, I believe it will be more beneficial to tell you what I got from the filler words that you were using. It sounded like you were second guessing what you were saying as you were saying it. So it was a lot of but, ums, and ahs, but it was like you were speaking and then you would backtrack. So I would just say what I wrote is, there isn't a time limit for you to pause before you start. But once you start, the time is going. So just take a moment, pause, ask the person to repeat the question again, take something that you got from it, and then just flow and flow. You were doing an amazing job, by the way. Elise. Okay, Elise, let's see. You were dragging out your words as you were thinking. You have an amazing tone, an amazing flow, but I could tell that you were thinking as you went. So I would just say the same thing. Just take a moment to think before you get into it. Because if you do that, like, I believe your speech will be effortless. Crystal, perfect pace. Love you, sis, with the pace. You said, and so, just one, but okay. Angela, your voice was so impactful. Like when you came on, you were strong. You were like, your words were hitting me here. You know, like woke me up inside. You came, you brought the fire. That is not all counter grammarian. You were amazing with your speech tonight, your voice variations, the inflections of the way that you would, you know, go up and down with your voice to intensify what you were speaking about. You said, again, it was captivating. My suggestion is to say, don't say again. If you feel as though something needs to be said twice, then it must just be indicating the importance of it. So just repeat it. And that is the end of my report. Thank you all.
Well, thank you so much, Natasha, for that great report on the counter and grammarian. And also thank you to our president for our report on the time. So here is my part or portion of the meeting where I just give an overall evaluation on how the meeting flowed. And I just want to say that I love our meetings. I love the energy that everyone brings. I love the positivity that everyone has. And look, the reason why we are here in Toastmasters is to better our public speaking, in ways that we may need it for business, where we may need it for our job, or what have you. So we're here as a support system for each other. And that's why we do evaluations. That's why we time each other, so that if you do have to give a presentation, you will have that practice in that particular situation. So I also would like to encourage and thank all of the volunteers who participated in Table Topics. I know that it can be very scary to speak off the top of your head if that isn't something that you're typically used to doing, but you fight through it. And everyone did a great job. And I would just encourage you to keep doing it. Everyone here in Toastmasters had to start from somewhere. And we all would love to be able to be as dynamic as Tracy, because he is just an awesome speaker. We love having him visit with us, and he's always on point. And he is someone that I actually aspire to speak like down the line. But again, overall, our meeting was good. One thing about doing things on Zoom is that you have to think on your toes, just like when you're speaking. And so sometimes we have to move things around, and that's okay. We just continue to keep pressing forward. So I just want to thank everyone for their participation. Thank you for being receptive. Thank you for being willing and just stepping up and making your contributions to not only this meeting and this club wonderful. So thank you all. And now I would like to pass this part of the meeting over to our president, Mr. Robert Tyree. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Tyree. I just want to, I guess, quickly, as we're already doing evaluations, just give a general evaluation, and then we kind of move along with the roles, educational corner. I just want to say thank y'all for coming to this evening. Amazing job. Yes, I did not forget about that. Amazing job to everyone, especially for the individuals who spoke, from table topics to the individuals that had prepared speeches. So some things that if you guys didn't have opportunity to write down, some stuff that I learned throughout the meeting was we definitely need to make sure we all have mentors. I think that was one of the biggest things that I heard. Mentors. If you don't have an accountability partner, find one. Toastmasters is a great opportunity to find a friend that has like goals and mindsets that will make sure that you are pushing towards the mark. Also, making sure that we are learning lessons and not having to repeat them if we don't have to. So I learned a lot. So if you guys are not, please take notes, because I feel like all the individuals who are speaking, even table topics, are dropping life gems. So I'm also going to do a treasure moment as well, just so we can wrap things up. If you're interested in joining this amazing group, MSU Toastmasters, we have an opportunity of a lifetime. You're welcome to join Table Topics and come in each week. But if you want to take your speaking to the next level, you want to be a part of this program. So we actually have an opportunity for membership, which is $40. For renewing membership right now, it is $20. And for new members, is it also additional fee of $20, a one-time fee as a new member. And also right now, currently, these are $5. So if you're interested, please make sure you drop your contact. So $70 for new members in total. That was a breakdown. It's $50 for members who are already currently members. And then also there's a small fee for dues. So that allows us to make sure that we have amazing programs and activities in person and also virtually as well. So, and once again, I just want to say thank you. Yeah, that's for 6 months. for 6 months. So do we have any, also, you're looking in the chat right now, we're dropping the Cash App. So it's MSU TM. We also take cash, credit cards, checks, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, all the above. So we'll be able to make sure that you are secured in our program. So do we have any new members that has joined us for the first time? We would love to hear from you. Got 3 small questions. How did you hear about MSU Toastmasters? Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you hear about MSU Toastmasters, and will you be attending in the meeting soon to come? Visitors, yes, visitors. Once again, do we have any visitors that are joining us for the first time? We would love to hear from you.
I'm gonna call out one.
Wait, Sarah just came off the mic, off the mute.
Oh, okay. I saw somebody go on and off. Okay.
So this is my second time here at Toastmasters, and every time I think, wow, this can really benefit me because I struggle. I didn't used to struggle, but I struggle in meetings now, actually giving presentations, and I can see how this could really benefit my day-to-day at work. So I really thank you all for having me. And now I'm sending my Cash App right now. So I will see you next week. That's it.
Come on, y'all get.
All right, new members.
Yep.
You know how you
Welcome.
Do we have any other visitors in the building that would love to just come off of mute? We want to know a little bit about yourself. Tell us how you heard about Toastmasters, and will you be returning to our wonderful?
I'll get call one out.
Come on, Trevor. I need your help again. Come on.
Because I got my daughter on here. She's been here before. I got my cousin on here. She's been here before. I had my ladies league president. She's been here before, but my mother has never been on here before. So when you see that Kathy keep popping up in the chat box, and I'm like, she's chatting. So now come off of me. Come on video. Just say hi.
Comments. That's my baby. That's my baby in the chat.
So now she'll know how to come off video, but I'm glad she was in the chat box.
Yeah, my camera won't
No,
work.
I'm about to say she is off video. Something going on with her camera.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I don't know what's happening with the camera, but you guys are awesome. I love this evening. I'm glad I even Trip been sending me posts. And the night I decided I was gonna go ahead and check it out. You guys are really awesome. As far as being a member or anything, I don't know because I can't commit. I'm not a committer, but you are awesome. I'm loving what you're doing, and I'm just loving it. I'm thinking it's gonna have me getting into this. So thank you guys. Love it. Love you all. You all were wonderful. And Trish did an excellent job. And Miss Eva, you too.
Trivia Mom, you can come anytime you want. Listen, the good thing about Toastmasters, right? You don't have to come to every single meeting. There's some of us that are busy, they are active, they're activating their gift, right, and their purpose, and they're not able to come because they're doing speaking engagements or they're in class or they're tutoring, right? So the amazing thing is with Toastmasters, we can schedule, we can align with your assignments, right, to when you have time and space available. So if you know, like, hey, listen, I can come once a month, but let's get you prepared to speak once a month, right? So that's the amazing thing about Toastmasters. Do you have any other visitors that would love just to say hi?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say hi. This is my second time coming to the meeting. I meant to join before, but I'm a student and I'm studying for some exams. So I am happy that I got the email Natasha, thank you so much, friend. I got the email and I was like just scrolling through my emails, like just trying to make sure I got everything prepared and set up for the next study session. And I saw and I was like, all right, I really did like miss out on some studying today, but you know what? I really need to stay focused on this. The first time I met with you guys, I had just had my first speaking engagement at Towson University. And I was really shocked, that I was able to do it. It was paid and I was extra hyped about that. And I was like, what's next, God? What's next? So I'm really, really looking forward to actually joining. I just quit my job to focus more on school and the nonprofit that I'm working with. So I'm definitely looking forward to joining. And I am so grateful for Natasha making sure that she keeps up with sending the emails out and making sure that people, whether we are members or not, are involved, because it is really, really important for me. I literally used to be the type of speaker. I used to speak in front of Sunday school service. Like I would do the summary for every Sunday school and I would get up there and I would literally freeze up to everything in the room looked like fog. And I would start to talk and I would stutter and all the kids from Sunday school would tease me after service, but it was okay because now it's getting better. And I'm really grateful to God to be able to be here. My mentor from Women to Women's mentoring program in Frederick, Maryland was the people who actually introduced me to you guys. I had no clue how big of a squad you guys have, but you guys are wide. So I'm really excited to be here, and I'm grateful that no matter where I go, there's going to be a group of Toastmasters members for me to be able to fall into.
Listen, my heart is full right now. Y'all don't make me about to cry.
Evaluate her. That was her icebreaker speech. Did somebody evaluate that? Because I got the time over here. I think you should just go ahead.
Yeah. So the one thing I like about his speech was, I'm just joking. Yeah, we're gonna go one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have any other visitors that would like to share the testimony on this service today?
Pass the basket.
All right, we're gonna let it. We're gonna pause. We also. Yep, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. We did. Yep, I think that we just want to say thank you so much for all the individuals that are online, all the individuals that came in person. We have so many. Actually, my pause. We have so much stuff coming in the next couple of months. So we have some programs. We have an open house that's coming in March. We also have some amazing speakers. Brian Oles is going to be joining us very soon. So he's going to be talking about how to become a money magnet. Somebody just dropped the cash up. I see it coming through. We also have individuals that are going to be speaking about how to create your own podcast. I believe also, if I can release this right now, we are going to start working on opportunities for individuals to be. So I don't want to give you too much, but we're going to start preparing opportunities for us to use our gifts in speaking. So if you've been shy, if you've been holding on to that speech, we're going to be able to use a platform that will going to allow us to get the words out to the world. So y'all get ready. I feel like get ready. No, but no, for real, get ready. So we're going to end the live right now. But we look forward to seeing you